Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Yes, and we are recording as I speak. Welcome to the Call Flow Radio Show, everybody. It is your Wednesday, July the 10th. Mm-hmm. And the numbers to call, 434-394-0924. That's the number for the Call Flow Radio Show. It's open mic day. And I have with me the awesome Noah Massage. Good morning, Noah.
Good morning, Chris. I think you're going a little too far with the...
No.
Don't you think that's an exaggeration?
No, you saved me earlier. I looked up
Chris, come on.
I got a little trigger happy.
No, well, it happens to all of us. As long as you don't have a gun, I don't care if you're trigger happy. That's all that matters to me.
That's okay. So how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm bummed to hear about your news though with the cheese boxes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to get into that, but that's kind of like that hit me. That hit too close to home, Chris.
Well, they're antiques, and some of them were done by some of my my aunt, who was an artist. She's passed on now, but. Anyway, so my air conditioner part,
some sort of...
I guess it's been so humid that it got, so we got I had a drip.
Like a condensation
type thing. Yeah, and I didn't notice it until it was too late. You know? And so anyway, I had to cut the air conditioner, the unit off and start mopping.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
So I have cheese boxes trying to dry all over my kitchen counters and all.
How's
there
that
were
going
about 7 of them. Huh?
How's that going for you?
It's not going
No,
good.
Chris.
But, things happen. It's just...
Can you take like a hair dryer and kind of like dry them out?
Probably can,
okay.
yeah.
If you need to, know.
Yeah.
If the natural air doesn't do it.
Right. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So I'll try that when I get back.
I will mention, Chris, we don't have to play him right now, but we do have Luke's interviews from the Fireworks After Dark ready to go when you want to do it. I don't know if you want to do it now. We can do it later.
Yeah, what do you want to do? I need to pull them up?
It's totally up to you, Chris. Whenever you want to play them.
What do I do here?
Let's
see, if I want to bring some of them up.
Sure. You can, I can get that for you actually.
Okay.
Or you can look up, if you look up FAD, and then boom.
Drunk
Oh boy. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, there was an interview with some tipsy topsy guys.
Okay. All right. Now,
but we can save them. Let's see where it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. 434-394-0924.
That is a great number.
Do I do that?
Yeah. So you would want to click them. Perfect. And then and then just like move up them.
Yeah.
But
so do you want to do that now?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can.
Well, since we don't have any calls coming in.
Might as well.
And it's Wednesday. It's over the Wednesday.
It's like, Wednesday is like in the middle of the week. It's relaxed. You're not too like...
Sure.
There's not enough, it's just like a nice, easy...
Not
let's
enough
do it,
stuff
Chris.
going on,
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
All right, let's go for it. Okay, here we go.
We've been stumping people tonight, so I'm hoping you don't disappoint.
Here we go.
All right.
Game on.
I don't think they're that hard. All right. Which former president ran the most successful third-party campaign of all time?
For a second here. Former president.
He backed up the mic, ladies and gentlemen.
Former president, third-party campaign. Oh, gosh. George Wallace won 15 states, but he wasn't president. I don't know. I have no idea. Who?
Teddy Roosevelt. 1914.
Well, then ask him questions. I don't know anything.
All right, well, let me hit you two more, all right?
2 more.
All right. Which president was a former and licensed bartender?
William McKinley.
That's a really good guess, but it's Lincoln. Should have thought easier.
Okay. Fair enough.
I didn't know that.
What made a good guess? He asked what made McKinley a good guess. All right.
That's the mayor of the town. You should be asking him questions. He's the mayor of this town.
All right.
He's going to go get tacos instead of answering presidential trivia. All right, go ahead.
All right. Last one. This should be easy. Which of these 3 founding fathers was not a Virginian? Franklin, Jefferson, Washington.
Well, Franklin, of course.
Yes, there, you got one.
Well, thank you. Oh, all right. Appreciate it.
Yeah, those guys were pretty interesting. I actually was not present for that interview, but I was from a distance, and I was seeing that happen. But Mayor Brian Vincent made a special appearance. Very exciting.
This was Fireworks After Dark.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, and Luke, right?
Yes, Luke. Luke is he works with us a little bit, like as an intern, and he has the ability. I feel like everybody has the ability to ask questions, but he actually does it, and that's really special, and that's really something cool to kind of share. And yeah,
well, that was enlightening.
Yeah, well, it was interesting for sure. We had like two more if you want to play them. There was if you want, I don't want to.
Let's see. Oh, Obama.
The middle. Yeah. Oh, that one.
What about?
There's one called Filthy Answer. There's no actual Filthy Answer, but that's what she says. She was like, we should play it.
Okay, let's play it.
And then find
fun.
out.
Okay,
All right. I'm glad you're enjoying this, Chris.
You're right over there.
Oh,
wait a minute. Okay.
And then click the blue. Oh.
Well, let's see. We got to get something
below. Right there, I think.
Right there, I guess. Yep. Okay.
Perfect.
Here we go.
I'm not doing this. Okay, we'll see.
Okay. What was JFK's favorite food?
What's JFK's
I have a really filthy answer. I don't think I should answer.
All right, it was clam chowder. Okay.
That's not what I was going to say.
I know. I have an idea. Who was the most successful third-party candidate of all time?
Ross Perot.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Really?
Yeah, the Bull Moose Party.
Okay. Wow.
All right. Let's see. Okay, this is an easy one. Which of these founding fathers wasn't a Virginian? Jefferson, Washington, Franklin.
Franklin.
Yep. Thank you.
Interesting fact, Chris. I think everybody
got that one right.
Everybody got that one right, which gives me hope. Which gives me hope, Chris, for the future.
For the future.
That's
right. Okay. All right.
Shall
we do the last one?
Might as well. We went this far, Chris.
I know. Okay.
And then the blue, I think. Perfect.
Gotcha.
What was the name of James Madison's wife?
I have no idea.
Think of country singers.
Oh,
Dolly.
What was oh my gosh.
This guy was going nowhere fast.
Because this is favorite. Can I phone a friend?
No.
Okay.
It's Dolly Madison.
Oh, yeah.
Next question. What was JFK's favorite food?
French fries.
Clam chowder.
Clam chowder, what?
He's from Massachusetts. All right. Which president ran the most successful third-party campaign?
Obama?
Teddy Roosevelt.
That was a real Hail Mary response right there. He was like, I don't know, going for it. Oh man.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That was pretty
those
cool.
are some locals in living in Farmville. Mm-hmm. Some of the villagers
sounded like they were having a good time.
Yeah. It was a very fun time for everybody.
Well, that's great.
Yep. I'm
Well,
a little parched, Chris. I'm a little.
Oh well, go. Coffee or
no? That's going to dehydrate me.
Mm-hmm. Hydrate you?
No, dehydrate.
No,
coffee will.
Coffee will dehydrate you.
I'm going to run and get a bottle of water.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, what we'll do is we will find out if you have any comments about the fireworks after dark. This just a week ago, and 434-394-0924 is the number. Otherwise, we've got some history for you. We'll start off in 1962, Telstar won. You know what that was?
I believe that was at a NASA satellites.
Yeah, it was the first communications satellite to transmit live television signals and telephone conversations across the Atlantic Ocean. And it was launched on this date in 1962, inaugurating a new age in electronic communications. And the rest, my folks, is history. More events on this date. German automaker Volkswagen.
Is that how they say it?
I don't know.
It was very Dracula-esque.
Yeah, Volkswagen. Ended production of the Beetle. This was in 2019 now. The first model of which had been introduced in 1938. That's a shame.
That is.
Yeah.
Always wanted one of those. It was like my dream car as a child. It was a Beetle.
My boyfriend's, way back when, had a white one. And that thing could go through snow like that. Anyway, 2015, Egyptian actor Omar Sharif, who garnered international acclaim for his roles in Lawrence of Arabia and Dr. Zhivago. Lawrence of Arabia was 1962, and Dr. Zhivago, I believe, was 1965. He died at the age of 83. Loved that actor. 1991, Russian politician Boris Yeltsin was sworn into office as the country's first elected president. 1985, the Greenpeace ship Rainbow Warrior was sunk by 2 bomb explosions while berthed in Auckland Harbour, New Zealand. It was later revealed that French intelligence agents had planted the explosives. 1973, the Bahamas gained independence from the British within the Commonwealth. And in 1965, British rock band the Rolling Stones topped the U.S. charts for the first time with the single, I Can't Get No
Satisfaction.
You got it. And we've got a caller.
Oh, wow.
Good morning on the Call Flow Radio Show.
Good morning. This is Mr. Lee.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
How are you doing this morning?
Well, I've had better mornings, but settling down now. How about you?
Are you melting in the heat, are you?
Well, outside, absolutely. You know, I played tennis yesterday morning at 8 o'clock or 8:30, and it was kind of brutal, but we got through it.
That's a real racket, that is.
That is a real racket. What's going on?
I was going to call you a couple weeks ago and then didn't get it worked in, but when President Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act, do you remember seeing that?
Maybe.
Well, it was on the news, and they were redoing the history. It was a very important document. Of course, me being 25 years of age, I didn't realize how important it really was until now. But I was the one in the room with the president and the vice president and the other dignitaries for CBS that was covering that civil rights signing, which was a big deal. Of course, they all got pens from being signed by the president. I didn't get anything except more work.
Shucks.
Yeah, but that was quite a moment for everybody. And, I've attended more civil black marches than probably anybody in this country because I used to cover them all the time for CBS every day for weeks. It went on for like 4 years, it seems.
Wow.
And I would attend for coverage, with the cameras. So CBS had this thing of very few people in the room, and they didn't like NBC and ABC. They would send like 3 or 4 people to do the same job, and CBS would send one. That would be me with a camera, 650 pounds of gear.
Wow.
Transporting, the camera, the power supplies, the sync generators, the distributors, and all that sort of thing. So that was a challenge. But in those days, in the early 60s, we were transitioning from 16-millimeter film coverage for the news to TV, of course. It was new. So when you went to, like, the White House to do a coverage of the president for that particular thing, they would be anywhere from 3 at least, ABC, NBC, and CBS, plus the independent news film crews. So there could be 8 film crews in the East Room, along with 3 television networks. So between the 3 television networks with huge cameras at that time, and up to 8 film guys, and each one has 3 people by union. They got a cameraman, they got a sound man, they got a lighting man, that have to go with that crew, where we'd be just by ourselves, one person. But when you put those with 480 news people in the same room for a press conference, you know, there's no room left, literally.
Yeah.
And there's no room for all these people. So Johnson made the decision, which I think was smart, that he was tired of all these news people showing up and taking over. So he said he wanted to have what is now called pool, P-O-O-L, coverage. And they wanted for somebody to step up and do the pool coverage and then pass that information on to all the news outlets and all the radio, television stations around the country and the main news network. So that transition happened, I think, in like 1962, 63, somewhere in there. And CBS ended up with the technical aspects of supporting the White House for pool coverages. So that means we would go in with one camera, the CBS camera, and we would feed that to the other two networks. They would record it live, get the feed live into their main studios, and then they would put their own correspondence to it and narrate and send it back to New York.
That's pretty. That's pretty cool to have a pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the film was done the same way. They'd send one film cameraman in for one network, and then they would have to take that film back to their own office, and they would have to process it and duplicate it, and everybody would stand in line waiting for their 16-millimeter copy. The same thing was true for the radio. They had multi-port audio outlets, and they would put in the press conference area of the White House, which is on the other side of the building. We would put in an outlet that would hold up to 50 twist lock outlets, or you could use Canon regular audio connectors at that time. And they would have to sit in that room with their audio recorders, and they would plug into that, you know, the pool box to get their sound that we were doing from the other side in the room, you know, with the president at the time, just to cut down on the number of people that were in the room.
Yeah.
So that was a major transition. And then as film finally died off in the late 60s, and everybody went live with TV, they still would only have, you know, one camera. So that's how Barbara Wawa got famous. She would be one of the people at that time in the news pool, the 420 of them that would always show up. And Johnson would always say, when he talked about doing pool coverage, well, I want that good-looking news reporter out there. And that was Barbara Wawa. And so they would send the Secret Service agents out to get her. And he didn't care about anybody else in their turn or rotation or whatever. He just, and I think there was only two females at that time. There was the Washington Post news reporter. I can't remember her name. She died a few years ago. Been there for years. But anyways, she would always be the one coming in to the pool coverage, and that's how she became famous, because her face would always be the one at the White House doing talking for pool. Nobody knew it was for pool coverage, but it was not just for ABC at that time. It was for everybody else. So
yeah. Wow.
Now you know the rest of the story, as they would say, Paul Harvey.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Yeah. Well, how are you doing with your house there and crew? How's it coming along?
I've only been there a couple of times in the last 2 weeks. I've got new steps put in and new safety rails on the front. I hadn't seen Dan because Dan's been off with his daughter, who's very ill.
Oh, is she? I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, it still is. He came home for a few days this last week. He hadn't been home for like 3 months. But he went back again while they do this proton, whatever it is, scanning to get her better. She still can't talk. She can't swallow to that degree. She is getting better, because I asked him, I said, she's going to be able to go back teaching in September. He said, well, that's what they're working for. But she couldn't even blow any air out of her lungs because her throat is, that's what the operation is. It's swollen up so bad. So she was, we say prayers for her, because she's not going to die, but she's not doing that well getting around, because she's still been in the hospital.
Right.
Just coming home to recuperate, so.
Yeah.
And it's been just so damn hot, I can't even mow the grass. And of course,
well, we don't have any much grass to mow around here. It's awfully dry. Yeah.
Well, I was in crew, what was it, Monday? When the 5 inches of rain came.
Oh, really?
it came down, and it took me an hour and a half to go 48 miles to get back to Sutherland. That's how bad it was. And no tractor trailer ever passed me at 70 miles an hour. I'm doing 15 miles an hour with the flashers on, not being able to see more than 25 feet in front of everybody.
That's amazing.
I mean, I've never seen this amount of rain. And once you got beyond Fort Pickett, and you got the Wilsons in that area, it kind of let up.
Mm-hmm.
But that area between there and Farmville got hammered.
Wow.
So, lots of rain. We got rain later, so anyways.
All right. Well, listen, we've got to go, but please give us a call again. All right? Keep us posted.
I'll talk to you about old presidents the next time.
Okay. That's great. I still think you ought to write a book.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. Mr. Lee.
Fascinating guy.
Very fascinating. Oh, my gosh, yes.
That's really special that he got to work with, like, all, like, different types of equipment and also seeing, like, the progression of, like, technology in the sense of, like, film fading and then going into that's like live feeds and then later on I wonder if he ever like worked with like VHS like cam. I don't know if they ever maybe not, but like it's pretty cool, Chris. I don't know.
Well, yeah, and that he was exposed to all of this history,
politics, and that's great marches.
Yep,
awesome. That's
fantastic. He's a great guy too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we're down at the bottom of the hour.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we have some business to do, or to take care of, I should say. And so we're going to do that. We've got the weather coming up, and it's brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. With over 30 years of banking experience, I'm here to help you finance your commercial, agricultural, or personal project. Give us a call at 391-1136 or stop by our downtown office at 216 North Main Street, where you'll find old-school personal assistance with attention to detail. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Okay, let's get to the weather forecast. For today, we do have a heat advisory in effect until around 8 o'clock this evening. Look for partly sunny skies with a 60% chance of some thunderstorms developing probably this evening. A high of 94. It will feel like it's 107 with the added humidity. For tonight, we'll see a 60% chance of some thunderstorms with a low around 70 degrees. On Thursday, sunny with a high of 93. A little less humidity, I think, probably for tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we'll see a low of 69. Slight chance of some thunderstorms. Then we'll have that 20%. Then it goes up to 50% in the wee hours. So we might get some much-needed rainfall. Friday, showers likely at 70% with a high of 82. For Friday night, a chance of thunderstorms with a low of 69, a chance at 40%. For Saturday, a high of 92 degrees, partly sunny skies with a 30% chance of thunderstorms. Saturday night, a low of 70 degrees with a 30% chance for more thunderstorms, then turning mostly clear. And for Sunday, we'll see lots of sunshine with a high of 96 degrees. So, summer is here for sure. Humidity at 92%, winds from the southeast around 3 miles per hour. Barometer at 29.88 inches. Our dew point is 76. And we do have a hint of some sunshine outside. Our current temperature is at 78 degrees. That is your weather forecast brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. Well, it's time now for our birthday calendar, and it's brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, business formations, and collections. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
All right, Noah.
Yes.
Have you got any birthdays over there?
We have a couple.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, bring them on.
All right. Starting off, the birthdays, we have two. The first one is going to be Skylar Murphy. And the second and last one is Carrie Owen of Farmville. And those are the only two that we got. But I'm sure there's more.
Well, I'm sure there are more, and probably some anniversaries, too.
Absolutely. And they can call those in at 434-394-0924 or email them at birthdays@wflo.net.
All right. And, of course, we wish everybody celebrating out there a fantastic day. Mm-hmm. For the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, on Main Street in Farmville. Okay, it's time for our recipe for the week.
Okay.
I did print it out, but by the time I'd finished catching all the water and sopping everything up from the problem with my AC, I don't know where I put it. But I have it on my iPad, so I'll bring it in tomorrow, and we can put it on the website.
That sounds great.
All right, we're going to have Southern grilled barbecue ribs. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and your prep time is 20 minutes. Your cook time is 1 hour and 30 minutes. It serves 8. So here we go. You're going to need 4 pounds of baby back ribs, pork ribs. Okay? 2/3 of a cup of water, 1/3 of a cup of red wine vinegar, a cup of ketchup, a cup of water, 1/2 cup of cider vinegar, 1/3 of a cup of Worcestershire sauce, or Worcestershire sauce, or whatever it is.
One of those, you know.
Yeah, 1/3 of a cup of that. I'm just going to say W sauce from now on.
I was thinking that.
Really?
Yeah, I was literally thinking to myself, they should just call it W sauce because everybody is either Worcestershire or Worcester or Wish. It's like you can say
Worcestershire.
it. Yeah, exactly. You can say it a billion different ways.
We're just going to say W sauce.
Yeah, W sauce.
Sounds good to me. All right, 1/4 of a cup of prepared mustard. 4 tablespoons of butter, 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of hot pepper sauce, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. There you go. All right, here are the directions. You preheat the oven to 350 degrees. You place the ribs in 2 10 by 15-inch roasting pans. Pour water and red wine vinegar into a bowl. Stir to mix it. Pour diluted vinegar over the ribs and cover with foil. Bake in a preheated oven for 45 minutes. Okay? Baste the ribs with juices halfway through cooking. All right? Okay, step 2. Let's make the barbecue sauce. All right? You mix the ketchup, the water, the vinegar, the W sauce, the mustard, the butter, brown sugar, hot pepper sauce, and salt together in a medium saucepan and bring that to a boil. You reduce the heat to low and cover and simmer for 1 hour. Step 3, you got to preheat the grill.
Oh, boy. We're getting closer.
Medium heat.
Okay.
Medium heat.
Okay.
Lightly oil the preheated grill. Transfer the ribs from the oven, to the grill, discarding the cooking liquid. Now you grill over medium heat for 15 minutes, turning the ribs once. Baste the ribs generously with the barbecue sauce and grill 8 minutes. Turn the ribs, baste again with the barbecue sauce, and grill 8 minutes. So then that's it. And you enjoy.
Wow.
That's it. It's pretty simple.
It's not bad. It's not bad for.
And the sauce sounds
baby
really
back ribs.
Really good. Baby back ribs. Well, my baby back.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Good.
So I'll have that recipe so that you can put it on the Facebook or on our website tomorrow.
What's a special recipe that you have just like in your memory? You just like you could make it without looking at a recipe, you know? Like you just like know how everything is like. I made this a billion times. Well, I mean that's not wise, probably making.
No, well, I do my deviled eggs.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm going to tell everybody again that dash of nutmeg in there is just fantastic. Anyway, I can make those. I usually can make my lasagna now without checking the recipe.
Second nature. Just like
yep.
getting it done.
Mm-hmm. Chili is the same way with me. I've got my chili recipe that I make. So those basically are the recipes that I like to do or like to make. Oh, my pecan pies too. Yeah, I have a certain batch that I make where I can put 3 of them in the oven at a time.
Wow.
So, because I usually around Christmas time I'm baking pies.
All day, every day, around the clock.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah, I have that all down to a science as well. Of course, it's taken me lots of years to do that, to get that down pat.
Of course. I don't trust myself to do anything without a recipe because I know I'll mess it up. Like that's just me. But like I think of my like Nana or even my mom, like they all have like just like not even a lot, but just like a couple of things they could just like make without looking at a recipe. Just like it's in them, you know? Mm-hmm. That's always very like it's always cool. It's always special, you know. Just being able to just like crank out food like that without like looking at the guide.
I know. Francis's mom made this wonderful chicken casserole that I don't know. She just had a way of doing it that I could never replicate. You know, if I tried to do it.
Yeah.
Or sweet potato fluff, same thing. Francis loved his mother's sweet potato fluff. I could not replicate it at all.
I think there's an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond about that. So like, yeah, that's funny. That is.
It is. And having our angel biscuits as well. So you know, there's just certain things that people make that you remember that are kind of like comfort food.
Yeah. I love a good calzone. You know, a good calzone is like the most comforting meal.
I thought you said calzone. Like cow, C-O-Z.
Yo, the calzone. It's the calzone, Chris. Come on. No, a calzone. Sorry.
Yeah, calzone.
C-A-L.
Yeah, calzone. Yeah, well,
not the C-O-W.
My mind is not working.
No, Chris.
Today.
I'm slurring. I'm slurring my words maybe a little bit.
No, I
don't know what was in that coffee this morning, but no, I'm kidding.
A good calzone. All right, tell us what's in a good calzone.
A roll ricotta, of course. Obviously, that's you got to have ricotta. I find a good Italian sausage really is the best like meat to put in. Some people like put in pepperoni. I think by putting
pepperoni's not my favorite.
It's not my favorite either. And you're trying to make something be more pizza like, but it's not a pizza. Let it be a calzone. It deserves the spotlight, you know. It deserves the stage for one moment, you know. Pepperoni needs to step away. Step aside, please. So yeah, a good Italian sausage, ricotta, a nice a homemade. When my nonna makes a sauce, Chris, it's days. It feels like it's days of her just being at the stove, like just stirring and like it's like a witch's brew. You know, she's at the cauldron,
yeah,
and she's just stirring, and it's like, what is even happening? You just see like things and you know, just like splashing and just sparks flying everywhere. You're like, I don't know, but I'm gonna trust the process. But yeah, like a good homemade marinara sauce. I would not recommend this for a calzone, but my nonna makes a thing called tuna fish gravy. It's marinara sauce. It's red sauce, but and she lets it cook all day. You know, stirring it in the crock pot. But she adds tuna fish to it. And you would think you're like, oh, marinara, tuna fish. I kind of like both of those, but them together, does that really sound good?
That doesn't really sound appetizing. But
Chris, I promise you, and I mean it. I mean it. If I can bring some to you and you can try it, I think you'll know what I mean. But it's genuinely one of the best sauces, the red sauces you can have. In pasta, just regular angel hair.
How much tuna does she put in there? A lot?
Yeah. So it's just a meaty kind of, and the tuna doesn't taste like tuna. It's not like mayo, This is red, so it just kind of soaks up the flavor of the tomatoes. And it doesn't even have that fishy taste, but it's pure gold. It's just pure honey in your mouth, and it's this is like.
I wish we had a camera in here.
Why is that?
To record how you're talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah,
you're Italian.
Oh, yeah. But it genuinely, Chris, it's such a special. I remember the first time I had it. So tell me, if it made that much of an impact.
That right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would your Nana give us the recipe?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, she would?
I will ask her nicely, and if we can get it
very nicely, because I know your Nana's.
She's very secretive with these things. Yeah.
Okay.
But no, Chris, I know it sounds not appetizing. I know fish, tuna fish.
Well, use nutmeg and
it's amazing.
And deviled eggs.
Exactly.
You wouldn't think that would, but boy, it does. It does. Perks everything up.
It really does. Same with the tuna fish gravy. Amazing. Okay.
So you pour that over what? Pasta?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pasta. It goes amazing with pasta. And you add a little Parmesan cheese with that. Just a kind of I don't know, Parmesan and I don't know how many people do this. I'm sure enough, but red pepper flakes in pasta.
Oh, yeah.
Do you do that? Oh, it's amazing. Get the Parmesan, the red pepper flakes, mix it around a little bit.
Just a few red pepper flakes.
I put the whole bottle in there.
No, you do not. No, seriously?
Yes. I put when I get a plate of pasta and I have a bottle of red pepper flakes, I'm doing this motion for at least 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes of that. I get it spicy. Same thing with pizza. Red pepper flakes is a seasoning that just it lightens. It just it just transcends an already amazing meal.
Okay, we're going to start a cooking show.
We need to. I feel it. It's in the room right now. I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. I feel like I gained a couple of pounds.
Oh boy.
Watching you talk about all of these things. No, I'm serious about the tuna gravy.
I will get that recipe.
Okay. Yeah, ask your Nana for it. We'll let everybody else
make their decision to try it or not. I think, Chris, if you try it, you'll be a believer, and then I'm hoping you can convert people to try it as well. Because it's one of those things where you're that would never be good. That doesn't sound good or appealing, but it becomes something that you crave and you need.
Oh,
yeah. It's truly
so when you go to visit your Nana, does she give you a jar?
Well, we make it fresh. We make it make it fresh, and that's an all-day affair. So the first day you're preparing the tuna fish gravy. Second day you're eating. The best pasta.
And is it like anything else after the third day have all
everything
of the
marries.
And everything
Everything marries.
And
it
tastes better.
Yeah. It keeps getting better somehow. It keeps getting better. I will say I enjoy a nice rigatoni with that sauce. But also angel hair is equally as great too. Yeah.
I only use angel hair. I don't use anything.
You don't use rigatoni or?
Well, I don't use regular spaghetti
penny.
or linguine or anything like that. When I want spaghetti, it's got to be angel.
It's got to be angel. Interesting.
Yeah. It's just me.
Okay, I hear you, Chris. I'm not judging.
We got birthdays.
Unbelievable.
I know. No. Celebrity birthdays coming up. And let's see. Singer Arlo Guthrie turns 77 today. And, of course, he's a Woodstock veteran. He was there at the original site in 1969 in Bethel, New York. August the 15th, 2019, he was scheduled to play a set on the top of a hill nearby, but told reporters he wanted to play at least one song on the original 1969 site.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he also once appeared in an episode of The Muppet Show. So that's Arlo Guthrie. Oh, Sofia Vergara turns 52 today. And she's looking really, really good. She's on a new show called something Women. All Women or something like that. Anyway, it's a series.
Okay.
And it's pretty good.
What channel is that on?
I think it's on
Network.
Apple TV.
Okay.
But anyway, she provides the voice of Valentina in Despicable Me 4. So she also does some
voice acting. Actor
Adrian Grenier turns 48. His middle name is Sean.
Is that the fun fact?
That's the fun fact.
Is that a fun fact? I was talking to John about that.
Yeah, that's not really a fun fact.
It's like, hey,
we don't have anything else to tell him.
Exactly. That's just the person's name, and you're making it a fun fact. A fun fact would be like, oh, in high school he played in band, yada yada,
Right.
Something like that. Now his middle name is like legal. It's just crazy, Chris.
I know. Let's see. Oh, Jessica Simpson. She turns 44 today. So she co-hosted an episode of Saturday Night Live in 2004. Isabella Merced. She is Isabella. She turns 23 today. She recently appeared in the film Madam Web. Some other birthdays. We have actor William Smithers of Dallas and Peyton Place. He is 97 today.
Wow.
Singer Mavis Staples is 85. Actor Mills Watson of BJ and the Bear and Lobo is 84. Actor Robert Pine of Chips, 83 today. Guitarist Jerry Miller of Moby Grape is that Moby or Mobley?
I think it's Moby. I've heard
Moby
that.
Grape?
Yeah.
Okay. Is 81. Bassist Dave Smalley of the Raspberries is 75. Singer Neil Tennant of the Pet Shop Boys, 70. Well, they're getting up there.
Yeah.
Banjo player Bella Fleck of Bella Fleck and the Flecktones is 66. Actor Fiona Shaw of True Blood and Harry Potter films is 66 today. Drummer Shaw Wilson of BR 549 is 64. Actor Alec Mapa or Mapa of Ugly Betty and Half is 59. Country singer Ken Mellons is 59. Guitarist Peter DiStefano of Porno for Pyros is 59. Actor Gail Harold of the Hellcats is 55. Country singer Gary LaVox of Rascal Flatts is 54 today. Singer Imelda May is 50. Actor Adrian Grenier of Entourage and Cecil B. Demented is 48. Actor Gwendolyn Yo of Desperate Housewives is 47. Actor Thomas Ian Nichols of American Pie and Rookie of the Year is 44. Actor Heather Hemmons of Hellcats is 40. Rapper-singer Angel Hayes is 33. And singer Pierre Edwards of Little Mix is 31 years old today. And that's it for our celebrity birthdays for
Very
today.
nice.
Let's see. We have a time of 8:52. Let's check our temperature outside of our studios. It is 80 degrees now. It's not even 9 o'clock.
Is Dick Van Dyke? I'm sorry, this is unrelated, but I was going to say, is Dick Van Dyke 100 now? Like,
I believe he's getting there.
He has to be, like, it's either like this year or next year. But like last time I checked, he was like 98.
Well,
I think.
let's see.
It's been a minute, but I just thought of him when you were talking about that one actor who was turning 97. I was like,
age. Let's see how old he is. He's 98.
Wow. Okay, still 98.
Yep. He's 98 years old.
I hope he probably will. I don't have to hope for him. He's found the fountain of youth somehow.
Yeah. I believe it. Let's see what it says about him. He's an American actor, entertainer, and comedian. Mm-hmm. His work spans screen and stage, and his accolades include a Golden Globe Award, a Tony Award, and 6 Emmy Awards. He was born on December the 13th, 1925. And his spouse is Arlene Silver. And they were married in 2012. And then Margie Willett. And they were married from 1948 to 1984. So he's been married twice. He has Barry Van Dyke, Stacy Van Dyke, Carrie Beth Van Dyke, and Christian Van Dyke. So that's 4 children. And siblings, of course, his brother, Jerry, is, I think, and Jerry's still living as well. So that's good stuff about Dick Van Dyke. I'm glad you brought that up. We got a caller. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Oh, good morning.
How are you?
I just wanted to... Okay, thank you. And you?
Oh, I'm doing better.
And your sidekick?
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Doing well.
He's great.
Oh, Lordy. I have a question about your questions when you went into town.
Yes.
Yeah, or a comment, I guess it would be.
I'd love to hear it.
Oh, you're going to.
Okay, perfect.
You know how when you guys will ask ask 3 questions, and number one, I think it's just pressure when somebody asks you a question and a microphone in your face, and you're like, oh man, you're so much pressure that you may answer it wrong, and then have it on tape. But then the last question is, before you ask the question, it says, okay, this is going to be an easy one. So you blew the first 2, and then somebody says, okay, this is going to be a really easy one.
Yeah, real softball
And then you hear the question, and you're like, oh, okay, I must be a total idiot. It's like, it's like, can you beat a 5th grader, that kind of thing?
Oh,
you're listening to the questions, and you're like, ugh, I'm not on that show.
Yeah. Well, I will say it was not me, giving out the questions. I am clear of any blame. No, I'm kidding. But no. I think I know what you mean. When you are, especially when somebody just comes up to you and you're like, "Hey, do you want to answer some trivia questions?" Like that is, you're on the spot, and to answer questions with a clear mind is going to be, your ability is going to be inhibited because of the pressure and the unknown, and it's just all like happening, all unfolding in front of you. But I do think some people can arise to the occasion, kind of just like pick up from that and just relax and answer. I've seen people answer, like questions like that very calmly, but also another thing, alcohol helps. I'm just sure. And I will say, I think everybody we interviewed that day at least had a drink. So
and everybody seemed like they had fun with it. But so I can kind of respect those people that are on like Jeopardy and stuff, where you just have to answer like quickly, and you're like, ooh,
that's difficult for sure.
So that's my 2 cents.
All right. Well, thank you. I wanted to ask questions to you, caller, because I knew you were going to be out there, but we could not find you.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. But I do have a comment about. Chris was talking about dishes that you had that were made by maybe a family member for years, and you just can't perfect it. And my grandmother made something as simple as a coleslaw, and then before she passed, she gave it to her daughter. And then her daughter gave it to us to experiment with. And I swear, her daughter can't. I don't know what she did to that coleslaw, but nobody can duplicate it. Something that simple.
Yeah, something that simple. This is true.
Yes.
Yep.
So
there must be a pinch of love or something in there
that person is giving a piece of themselves.
A little piece of themselves, to the recipe or whatever. But yeah, it's true. My mother could. My mother could bake bread. Oh, she made the best bread. I sat there and watched her and helped her some, and I still have her recipe that she wrote down. But I've tried it maybe once or twice, but I couldn't do it. Just
isn't there.
It just isn't there. It's not. It doesn't have that added loving touch, I guess.
There's got to be something out there. So.
Yeah, I've given my my brother Eddie, who lives in Texas, the recipe for my pecan pie, and he said, "Chris," he said, "I can't make it. I can't make it like you do." Yeah. So. And
that's only got a few ingredients.
Yeah, it's very simple.
And that's yes. But very tasty.
It is. Very tasty.
So.
Yep. All right. Well, we got to go.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Give us a call tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. All righty.
All right. Take care.
Thank you, caller. Appreciate it.
All right. Yep, we got to get on out of here.
Oh, it's that time. All right, Chris.
Time.
Well, it's been nice seeing you.
It has been nice seeing you,
and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got Mayor Vincent coming in.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
All right.
And I'll try to get that recipe.
Okay.
By the way.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, that'll do it for us for today for the Call Flow Show. But we've got some great music lined up for you after the news and weather. Stay tuned.